Spices have long captivated hearts and minds with their extraordinary journeys from remote lands to the ancient Mediterranean. In an era when stories traveled on the winds of myth and fact alike, these aromatic treasures were more than mere culinary additions. They were keys to a world of wonder and secret allure. Ancient civilizations entrusted the mystery of spices to the poets and historians, who recorded tales of adventure, magic, and peril. Great minds like Herodotus and Theophrastus, with their thoughtful eyes, marveled at the powerful sense that could transform an ordinary meal into a lavish feast, or an everyday ritual into a sacred ceremony. In landscapes where the earth met the sky, merchants braved the relentless heat and unpredictable deserts to deliver these gifts of nature to Europe. The journey was not simply measured in miles, but in myths and legends that swirled about enormous marketplaces and ancient cities. Every handful of spice was said to encapsulate untold stories of survival, ingenuity, and the wild majesty of distant lands. Ancient scribes captured these wonders with vivid brushstrokes of narrative, blending the tangible with the surreal, and ensuring that the legacy of each spice was etched into the annals of human history. This narrative invites us to traverse those long-forgotten trails, where spices were more than ingredients. They were emblems of adventure, markers of cultural exchange, and symbols of an exotic world that seemed almost too mysterious to be real. Here, history and folklore intertwine, allowing us to taste the essence of a bygone era, with every aromatic breath and every gust of wind carrying a whisper of ancient lore. As I recount this tale, the mystical allure of spices transforms into a timeless journey of discovery, inviting listeners to feel history's rich tapestry woven through each grain. Under a brilliant ancient sky, the world of spices resided within the realm of mystery and peril. Legends spoke of towering birds that soared across landscapes and creatures that defied nature's convention. The mystic accounts recorded by ancient historians are filled with tales so fantastical that they blur the line between reality and myth. Herodotus, with his chronicled curiosity, described men girding themselves in protective hide garments as they ventured into enchanted forests where bat-like creatures with piercing eyes and raucous cries guarded the treasures of cassia, a spice not only valued for its aroma, but also steeped in the lore of survival. Further igniting the flames of wonder, another tale revealed the curious method of collecting cinnamon, a spice enveloped in enigma. According to these ancient narratives, the fragrant cinnamon was not attained by conventional means. Instead, its discovery was tied to an extraordinary dance between nature and birds. Majestic creatures were believed to transport the spice on their backs to their nests, perched precariously on rocky mountain cliffs. Into these fragile abodes, human ingenuity intruded as men strategically placed dead oxen, inviting fierce birds to claim this unexpected feast. As the nests tumbled to the earth, so did the precious cinnamon sticks, and with them, the promise of a taste that could transform the mundane into magnificence. Not all accounts were in harmony. Theophrastus recounted another legend where cinnamon itself was guarded by deadly snakes lurking in deep glens. In this extraordinary vision, the spice was protected by serpent sentinels, whose venomous presence ensured that only the bravest could attempt its harvest. Each account, with its own elaborate array of creatures and rituals, added layers to the lore, a tapestry where flying snakes, roaring birds, and guarded spices interwove to create a picture of a world both formidable and exceedingly magical. In the echo of these stories, one hears a call to adventure wrapped in enigma and fraught with danger, a call that continues to echo through time and whisper secrets to anyone curious enough to listen. These mesmerizing tales, recorded by watchers of the ancient world, transcend mere factual record to become enduring epics of human wonder and natural marvel. I imagine these stirring accounts lighting up the imagination remarkably, urging listeners to see beyond the veil of everyday life, into an era where every spice told a story as unforgettable as the cultures that cherished them. Venturing into lands unknown, daring adventurers embarked on perilous expeditions to harvest spices that glimmered like fragments of lost treasure. The rugged terrain of ancient deserts and dense forests provided a dramatic backdrop where every step was fraught with both natural hazards and mythical dangers. Men clad in protective garments forged from the hides of sturdy oxen navigated through sweltering heat and untamed wilds while fending off strange, winged creatures whose screeches echoed like warnings from another realm. Their journey was an extraordinary blend of physical endurance and an unwavering belief in the arcane forces that guarded their coveted prizes. In these dramatic forays, every expedition was a narrative of survival against odds, both clearly visible and veiled in the mists of legend. The harvesters employed ingenious methods passed down through generations. When gathering cassia, they would don elaborate suits that shielded their eyes while their bodies were exposed to the harsh realities of an alien environment, determined to claim nature's bounty despite the constant threat of attack. Here, the encounter with fearsome bat-like creatures was rendered even more dangerous by the urgency of the task, as each moment in those darkened groves could be the difference between fortune and demise. Likewise, the quest for cinnamon unfolded as a series of calculated risks, where human tactics met the unpredictable rhythms of nature. Brave souls ventured near mountain precipices, where precarious nests awaited above the void. And in a display of both patience and courage, they orchestrated scenarios in which nests laden with cinnamon-tinted treasures would drop along with the weight of destiny. This fusion of strategy, daring, and an almost poetic trust in the unseen is a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless appeal of the unexpected. Every expedition was recorded in the annals of history as a vivid chapter, a blend of heart-stopping escapades and ritualistic practices that celebrated the marriage of human courage with the mysteries of a fascinating natural world. Undeterred by the formidable perils that the land presented, these brave harvesters pressed onward with steadfast determination. Their hearts beat with the rhythm of ancient legends, inspiring every step and fueling an unyielding quest for discovery. Each stride through hostile territories was a celebration of human resilience and an homage to the mysterious forces guiding their journey. In a world where mystery was currency, the Arab traders emerged as enigmatic guardians of spice lore. These masterful negotiators and adventurers traversed endless deserts in their camel caravans, their silhouettes etched against the shimmering heat of distant horizons. Determined to preserve the allure of these precious goods, they wove intricate tales that masked the true origins of iconic spices like cinnamon. By cloaking the provenance in layers of myth and intrigue, they ensured that each spice remained a coveted secret, heightening its market value and enchanting the Mediterranean with an aura of hidden magic. As these traders strode with quiet confidence along winding trade routes, they skillfully managed both the business of commerce and the delicate art of storytelling. Their caravans, laden with a blend of imported spices and indigenous aromatics, moved like living legends through bustling marketplaces. Every spice was more than a commodity. It was a symbol of opulence, an emblem of distant lands, and a testament to a world far removed from the everyday. The exotic smells that wafted from their loads carried not only a rich aroma, but also the murmur of ancient secrets, inviting those who sought indulgence in the finer things of life to imagine mysteries beyond the horizon. In this intricate dance of trade and tale, the Arab merchants ensured that the spices retained their air of exclusivity. Their deliberate shroud of secrecy was a calculated strategy that rendered the origins of these ancient goods elusive and ever more enticing. By keeping the true story hidden, they transformed ordinary harvests into legendary artifacts, bridging the distant East with the eager markets of the West in a symphony of commerce and myth. Thus, the traders not only moved spices across continents, but carried dreams and secrets on every journey, preserving mystery for generations. Spices, far beyond their simple use in flavoring food, acquired an aura of premium value that resonated economically, socially, and symbolically. Within the ancient trade networks, spices were not mere ingredients. They were rare treasures that a taxman's pen carefully listed among high-value commodities on documents like the Alexandria Tariff. Each spice, from aromatic cinnamon to pungent ginger, was subject to special import duties that signified its luxurious status, making even a pinch of pepper a statement of opulence. This bureaucratic valuation turned everyday culinary items into symbols of affluence, weaving their presence into the fabric of social prestige. As the trade flourished, spices became tokens of generosity and social currency among the elite. They were lavish gifts bestowed upon friends, allies, and even used as bequests to secure favor or to commemorate significant life events. In grand feasts and royal banquets, the lavish presentation of spices was as much a display of wealth as it was an indulgence in the exotic. The mere aroma of a rare spice could elevate a simple meal, transforming it into an extravagant affair where one's status was as conspicuous as the glittering golden threads of saffron or the deep, mysterious hues of exotic black pepper. This intricate interweaving of commerce and social ritual transformed spices into a silent language of power. In the corridors of ancient palaces and the vibrant marketplaces of bustling cities, the exchange of spices was an unspoken affirmation of prosperity and worldly connections. Traders and aristocrats alike used these fragrant commodities to build alliances, secure trade partnerships, and assert their influence over realms far beyond their native lands. Thus, spices came to symbolize not only refined taste, but also the capacity to navigate intricate economies and diverse cultures, embodying the very essence of luxury in a world where wealth was measured not merely in coins, but in the quest for the rare and the beautiful. In the world of ancient culinary arts, spices played a role that transcended the kitchen. These aromatic extracts were indispensable in elevating humble ingredients into dishes that sang with vibrant flavor and cultural distinction. Chefs of the past infused oils and stews with spices whose scents evoked not only sensory delight, but also the spiritual essence of sacred rituals. The heavy, reddish cinnamon and the enigmatic, peppery tang of ginger were imbued with layers of meaning, each aroma a whisper of divine origin and a bridge to a higher realm. At the dining tables of eminent aristocrats and humble gatherings alike, spices were the silent narrators of celebration and solemnity. They accompanied feasts that marked life's significant milestones, symbolizing prosperity, fertility, and even the promise of eternal life. In many ancient ceremonies, offerings of fragrant spices were made to the deities, their smoke carrying prayers and hopes skyward. This dual purpose, as culinary enhancers and sacred tokens, interwove daily life with the transcendent, inviting a deep reverence for the natural world and its mysterious bounty. Beyond the realm of food, spices possessed an almost magical reputation. Tales abounded of spices being gathered from the very heart of paradise, where the flora thrived untouched by the burdens of mortal sorrow. The very act of preparing food became a ritual, a sacred ceremony where the addition of each spice was a deliberate invocation of both flavor and fortune. Architectural murals and ancient texts depict scenes of spice harvests intertwined with celestial lore, underscoring the belief that every aroma was a remnant of Eden and every flavor a memory of divine grace. This cultural significance extended beyond borders and time, binding communities with a shared language of taste and tradition. The legacy of these spiced ceremonies endures today, as modern cooks and culinary historians explore the symbolic dimensions hidden within each ingredient. In every pinch, there lies a story that connects the mundane to the mystical, inviting us to savor not only nourishing food, but also the rich tapestry of our collective heritage. Thus, every spice opens a portal to wonder. The spice trade was not merely a commercial enterprise, it was the catalyst for global exploration and transformation. Driven by the allure of these precious commodities, seafarers and adventurers set sail into uncharted waters, fueled by dreams of fortunes hidden in exotic lands. The pursuit of spices ignited a fervor that reshaped economies and redefined the boundaries of the known world. As maritime routes expanded, a cultural exchange blossomed, linking the eastern bazaars with the markets of Western Europe in a vibrant tapestry of trade, art, and innovation. Across vast oceans and treacherous straits, traders carried not only the treasures of cinnamon, pepper, and myrrh, but also ideas, technologies, and philosophies that would forever alter the course of civilizations. This multifaceted exchange laid the groundwork for emerging global empires and fostered enduring relationships between distant peoples. The spice trade, cloaked in mystery and myth, served as both a driver of historical change and a bridge that connected cultures separated by immense geographical divides. In cities from Alexandria to Calicut, the aroma of exotic spices permeated the air, transforming marketplaces into epicenters of sensory delight and economic prosperity. The economic power derived from the trade emboldened rulers, spurred the construction of magnificent trading ports, and even set in motion conflicts that altered alliances across continents. Yet amid the clamor of commerce and conquest, the subtle fragrance of a single spice could evoke the distant memory of far-off lands and rekindle a sense of perpetual wonder. Today, the legacy of the spice trade continues to resonate in our modern world. It is a legacy of curiosity, ambition, and the timeless human spirit that dares to traverse unknown worlds in search of beauty and sustenance. This global journey, woven through centuries of exploration and trade, reminds us that even the smallest item can have an immeasurable impact on the grand tapestry of history. In remembering the spice trade, one recalls the courage, ingenuity, and unyielding desire for discovery that propelled humanity into a future filled with endless possibility and global unity. Thus, spices continue to inspire our enduring shared human legacy for eternity. In the final chapter of this remarkable journey, the eternal charm of spices stands revealed. Their mystique, nurtured through perilous adventures and shrouded in myth, continues to resonate with an unmistakable allure. The legacy of spice trade unites history, culture, and faith into a single captivating narrative, forever symbolic of human ingenuity and the timeless quest for beauty. These fragrant treasures remind us that even the smallest element can ignite a world of wonder and transformation. Spices, in all their mystery, remain the heartbeat of our shared past and the promise of future discoveries. Their aroma endures through endless marvels,